I'd like to welcome everybody back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, you just recently subscribed, understand, sometimes I have low-key videos. Okay, I had to say that, guys. Today is a low-key video. It's one of them days I could pick a subject matter. And the reason I do low-key videos is because I'm not able to produce a hike. Well, as you can see, I'm down here at what we call the football field, which has baseball diamonds as well. I'm on my last lap, and then I'm done. I'm down here because the park I usually walk at, they're building a new pool, and they got the roads blocked off right now. So it looks like I'll be here until they finish. But anyway, yeah, it's bigger laps, but I still get the same amount of mileage in. The only downside is you smell the exhaust from the main road above because it sits down in a valley, and sometimes it could be a bad wind tunnel down here. But beyond that, I'm usually by myself 100%, and it's good walking. But that's not what this video is about today. I need to put a disclaimer on this video though. I want to put a disclaimer because this is not about people with depression, and it's not about people that's hoarders, and it's definitely not about people that's lazy. Nothing about that at all. So with that being said, let's get started, and I'll tell you what brings this video to mind. Okay, a friend of a friend, I was having a conversation with a friend that has another friend, and they had asked me a question. I did not have the answer for it. They said, Mike, honestly, do you know any really lazy people? I said, shoot, we're all lazy in one sense of the way. Well, I'm talking about somebody that won't clean their house. Somebody that has garbage all over the place. Would you say that's lazy? And I'm like, well, it could be a lot of things, buddy. Okay, I'm on my cool down lap, so I'm gonna walk a little slower. I do the cool down so my leg don't get shin splints or hurt later. But anyway, I was like, that could be a lot of things. It could be right off the bat depression. I know for a fact depressed people, some of them, there's a form of depression, you just don't want to do anything. Or it could be a hoarder, which is another form of depression. It's in the depression family. I said, as far as lazy, that's something we would say years ago. We just pass everything off to be lazy, but never once considered there may be a freaking reason this person's not picking up after themselves. Fine line there. So basically, I looked it up recently. I wanted to know exactly what the difference are, what qualifies for this to be a depression or being a hoarder. And yes, is this just considered laziness? Well, I'm going to tell you what, I couldn't find jack squat on it. The only thing I do know is, I know somebody who was very dear to me. They passed away. They're up in heaven. But I know somebody that was very dear to me and my wife. She had a depression problem, and with that being said, she didn't really pick up after herself. And it was 100% depression. And my nephew knows somebody that's a hoarder, which is still in the depression family. Now let's get the laziness, okay? I'm a clean freak right off the bat. Just so you all know, I'm the one that does all the cleaning in my house. And the reason I do it is because, like I said, I'm a clean freak. Nobody, in my mind, nobody can clean like me. So I do the cleaning, but sometimes I gripe about it. Yes, I do. Sometimes I'm like, hey, that box right there should be put in recyclables. Why'd you just lay it on top of the garbage can? Or I will complain about them leaving the clothes in the bathroom floor. Yeah, but I pick up after everybody. I clean up after everybody in my house. Because in my mind, they can't do it as good as I can. But they would do it because every time I clean, they always ask me, Dad, you need help? Do you need help? Yeah. But laziness, we're all lazy about something, aren't we? Me, I tell you where I'm lazy at. I have a lot of ideas I want to do with the house, indoors and out. I procrastinate, if I said that right. I procrastinate. I build up these things I want to do, and I want to get them done, but I seem to never get started. That's a form of my laziness. I know it sounds funny, me being a clean freak, and some of these things could really look good. I'll give you an example. I'm in my basement now. I'm in my old studio, by the way. That's my bedroom today. That's why you don't see any green screen videos anymore. I still have the green screen, I just don't have nowhere to use it, at least at this time. But I'm down there, and I want to paint the walls, I want to build some walls, and I want to take pictures, which we have lots of pictures of our hiking adventures. We have lots of them. I want to just decorate the walls with all these pictures. So that way when I'm going down to my bedroom to do whatever, sleep, that way I can see all these beautiful places that Angie and I have been hiking and fishing. But I procrastinate. I get to the point, and what's funny, here's what's funny. The next 3 days we have nothing but rain. That's another reason for this video going. It's nothing but rain. And I was like, that would be a good time, Mike, to get some paint, get some drywall, and get started. But in my mind, I was like, put it off to next week. I put it off until maybe summer. I procrastinate. That could be a form of laziness. But damn it, how can one know if they have a depression problem, or if they're a hoarder, or if they're just lazy? Which I don't like to say that. I have said lazy in the past, yes. I don't want to sound like some freaking saint, because I'm not. I think it's in the back of everybody's mouth a lot, you know. I mean, I will admit, when I see the garbage, let's say there's a Mountain Dew carton on top of the garbage can, and yeah, overlook the sounds on the highway. It's the only downside of here. Well, it's a lot of downsides, but anyways, get back on the subject. When I see an empty Mountain Dew carton on top of the garbage can, and no more than 4 feet away, you know, is the recycling bin, I'm like, yes. I said, that's a little lazy. Yes, it comes out my mouth, and I use that word as lazy. So I'm not a saint on it, but for somebody, there's little gnats everywhere. But for somebody to not clean their house, how can one tell? How? Now, you can clean up after the individual. You could go in there and clean that house spotless, and I know this from the loved one that passed away. You go in there and clean, and about a week later, it'd be exactly where it was when you found it. Well, I tell you what, I told my friend to tell his friend, I said, you know, even if it's lazy, we're all lazy about something. The only thing you can do is suck it up, man. You know? If it's really that bad, try to use a compromise. You know, something. But you truly don't know if it's depression. It may be a hoarder. But as far as being lazy, we're all lazy about something. And I hate to say this, but if you see my daughter's room, it's a mess most of the time. And yes, I have a hard time with that. But then again, more than likely, it's because she's part hoarder, and a lot of it is her depression. And yes, she says maybe a teeny bit of it is laziness. Okay, this has been a low-key video, and one of the reasons I do the low-key video is I do most of my hiking on the weekends. Well, this weekend's called for rain. As a matter of fact, this video right here is going to be bumped. Yes, I'm bumping this video and taking another video and putting it in another category for the next following videos. I do 3 videos a week, and I get most of my video footage on the weekends. But when I do the low-key videos, I can get them on the weekdays. And the reason I'm bumping this one is because I'm like, well, shoot, I want to get some Christmas lights for Christmas Day. So if that video does happen, you know I was able to do it. I don't know if I could get that done though, but we're going to try. So guys, let me down in the comments How can you really tell the difference? Could it be depression? Could it be a hoarder? And maybe it is just laziness. And once again, I'm not putting down anybody that has these issues. Not by any means. Depression is a serious thing, guys. It is. And being a hoarder is a serious thing, which is in the depression family. Laziness is what it is. We're all lazy. Okay, that will conclude my walk today. I'm hoping I'm able to get a walk in tomorrow and the next day. And I'm hoping maybe this weekend will be dry, but they said we're going to get some serious rain. Whenever the temperatures come up, it rains and it comes in with wind. Do you know this fall has been the hardest fall of all for me to get my hiking in? It seems like every other freaking weekend, it's either raining or it's too dang windy, which is very dangerous to hike in that, by the way. But hey, it happens. I do have a lot of good subject matters to make low-key videos, and hell, I've done this for 10 years, low-key videos, right? So if you join my channel for the hiking, just understand it's going to happen, but it gotta happen. I gotta be with Mother Nature. You know, you can only do what you can do, man. And I can only get these on weekends, and every now and then a weekday. All right, guys, that's all I got. I'm getting ready to go home, get a shower, and I'm going to edit. Yes, today is my editing day. Yes, I videotape on the weekends, and I videotape 3 days a week, and I edit for 4 days a week. Yeah, that's my schedule. Until next time, guys, come on, let's get out of here. Now I'm going over here and get a shot of the building. Yes, a shot of the building, so I can use it for a thumbnail. Talk to you next time, y'all.